Hello everyone and welcome back to Calmlands. This is the multiplayer co-op with Nordic Farming and we've reached episode number 40. Fantastic, 40, what a milestone. Today I am jumping in the Schluter because it's been a long time since we have used the old Schluter, so we're going to be giving it a little bit of love today and we'll fire up and we're off to grab the mowers first of all because we are expanding Calm Farm yet again. So Nordic is going to be buying 3 areas, I think it is, area 49, 50 and 9, which I will show on the map in a moment whilst we wait for Nordic to grab his mowers. But yeah, we are going to be buying that area, mowing it up, and we will be looking to forage wagon all of that grass into, we are going to be trying the new Goweil baling system, and it's the static baler. You can put grass, chaff, and I think you can even put TMR and sugar beet pulp in it to wrap into bales, so that will be really interesting to try. But whilst we wait for Nordic, let's have a look at the map. So we already owned area 48, yep, and we now own area 49, 50 and 9, which Nordic has purchased. So this is the area we're going to be mowing, and then we'll be taking down the grass once we forage wagoned it to the BGA area. I will let Nordic go first and we'll follow him down there. So we are going to be mowing up that new area, and once it's mowed we will forage wagon collect all of the grass and take it to the BGA area where we'll have the new Goweil static baler set up to convert the grass as loose grass into bales and wrap it. And then we are also going to place a new bale storage yard, which is going to make it a bit more efficient. So let's head on down there and we can get to mowing. Right, so I think we are in the area, so we want to unfold the mowers without bumping into Nordic. We can beacon off, and Nordic is going to be running around the headland to show the border of the land we have just purchased. So let's turn on our mowers. We are swath dropping, so everything's going to collect into a nice neat track for us. And let's quickly lower the front, followed by the rear, and follow on Nordic, who is setting the perimeter of where we're going to mow. Right, so we're going to get cracking mowing this area and see you when we're all finished. And off Nordic goes. He has finished mowing. We've got this last little strip here. And boy, oh boy, that was a big job. But just look at the size of this field. I think this could be our next biggest field. It's hard to say. We'll have to have a look at the map. But yeah, that is this all mowed up. And we now have quite a lot of work in order to collect up all of this grass. So let's just raise these mowers, switch them off, and we can get them folded nicely. Beacons on, and we'll head back to the yard and probably need to wash up these mowers and get them maintained. Looks like quite a big field. Would have taken a little bit off the old service indicator, so we'll get them back up to good nick. And then Nordic is going to be placing a new bale storage shed near the BGA next to the bunkers, and that's going to house our silage bales. And we are going to head to the dealership to pick up our Goweil static baler and wrapper, and we're going to be renting that because yeah, we don't want to purchase it, probably only going to use it the one time. Yeah, we'll go and pick that up, get that set up down by the BGA, and then Nordic and I will be grabbing the trucks and the forage wagons to go and collect all of that grass. We are at midday, so I think this is going to be a one big operation kind of day, mowing and foraging the grass to get it all baled and wrapped. But yeah, I'm excited to see the Goweil baler. It's a new DLC that's out, so we get to check out the static baler and wrapper, which we haven't really seen before. Just driving past Pig Farm Field, where we planted corn last time, and it looks like a few small weeds have cropped up, so we will have to get to herbiciding that fairly soon. And I expect very much the same in Hillside Field, where we have our sunflower. Can't quite see the weeds as easily in there, but I'm sure they probably are in there. Unless, of course, we ploughed that field, because I think we had corn in there before, and you need to plough after corn. So yeah, we might not have weeds in Hillside, just in Pig Farm Field. Right, we're nearly there. Let's get this mower and tractor washed up and parked away. At the car wash, oh yeah. Right, rear mower dropped off. And the front mower dropped off. Right, beacons on. Let's get over to the dealership and pick up the Goweil static baler. Now, it's been good fun using the Schluter today. It's been a long time since we used it in anger. Right, here we are at the dealership, so let's rent this baler. So if we look at the Goweil brand, and I think it's Goweil or Goweil, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but here we go. This is the new DLC. So we've got a couple of bale handling items for the front loader, one for round bales and one for square bales. And then we have a wrapper that can go on the 3-point linkage, which is pretty handy. And then I think we've got a couple of wrappers here. One is for round bales 125 to 150, and then one that can do round bales and square bales. That's very interesting. Just a baler here, and then we've got a round baler and wrapper, and then at the end here we've got our two static balers that are for round bales only, and one is for 125 centimeters, the smaller one, the F115, and then we've got the VarioMaster V140, which can go up to 150 centimeters. So of course we are going to be renting the big boy out of the pack, and if we were to buy it, just shy of 260,000. But yeah, we're just going to be leasing it. Also, the wrapper design you can get with bale on end turner, so I think that basically flips the bale onto its upright, but we are going to go with the standard. The silage additive tank we are definitely going to get, because that's going to increase our yield of silage. And then foil colour, let's go for a nice green. I like green, my favourite colour. Excellent. Right, we can lease that for $13,336. Wow, quite expensive. and we want to get some silage additive, and it's $2,990 for 60 litres. So I'm hoping that's going to fill up the baler, because that's nearly clearing us out of money. We've got $857 in the bank. Oh dear. But luckily we're getting some passive income from our solar panels and wind turbine. But here we go. Here is the baler. So let's just pop out and have a look at it. Wow, it is a bit of a beast. I think it takes 120 horsepower to run it, so our Schluter will be the perfect man for the job. So let's just attach up here, see if we can get this silage additive loaded. And I don't think this pallet is going to do much of a dent into how much it will actually take. There we go. So one pallet filled 13%, and hopefully we're not going to be using that much, because I don't think we consume much silage additive. Right, so yeah, this is the static baler. Let's get it down to the BGA area and we can get it all set up. Yeah, so we're just looping around here, and Nordic has kindly got the trucks and the forage wagons ready for us to get started. So we'll just nip past those, and down to the BGA is where we're heading. And I can see the shed that Nordic has put in there, and that's where we need to get this static baler set up. Right, we have arrived. There's the grand arrival. Because we've driven it down here, we're going to let Nordic set it up, and we can view it being set up by Nordic the professional. In he goes. Oh yes, very sensible. Nordic is moving any of the other equipment out of the way, so we're not going to run into it. But this is our new bale and pallet storage shed. Now we can't go in there, it restricts us, but yeah, this is a new base game shed, which is very interesting, because you don't normally get these sort of things as base game. These are normally mods. But yeah, this can store bales and pallets, and it can take 250 bales by the look of it, so hopefully we don't overrun that. Right, Nordic is hitched back up, so he's going to set the baler up as we need it to. I think he's going to have this end facing this way, because this is where we're going to have to deposit the grass with the forage wagons. So yeah, this is the belt area that is going to collect the grass and take it up into the central cavity of the baler. Oh, it's unfolding. Look at that. God, it's like a spaceship opening its wings. These look like some sort of missiles or smoke canisters. Right, down this end we have the bin, I guess you could call it, or the area where the grass gets deposited, and it gets shifted up into the baler, and then it gets lifted up into here, into the main cavity of the baler, where the baler will do its thing and make it into a nice round bale, and then it will dispense into the wrapper, and then that wrapper will flop it out and into this shed. So yeah, that's how we're going to be running. But I think Nordic's got to make some adjustments, so we'll let him just do that. There we go, so Nordic has moved it a little bit closer, and this baler is going to run off the Schluter's PTO, and it should deposit the bales off here and into the shed, so we will have to test it on the first run. But yeah, I'm very excited. We can probably get this baler switched on and we can get into the forage wagons. Right, we are in the man agri truck and we are leading the way. We have the first headland, so I'm going to just turn around here and get in position. We will turn on, and I'm just going to reverse a wee bit so I can get to the first part of this swath. Don't want to be missing any bits. Righto. Perfect. So let's lower away and we can start collecting this all up. And Nordic is going to line up next to us. We will of course wait for him. We are a team. And it will be really interesting to see us depositing the first load into the baler for it to get baled, wrapped and then deposited into the shed. So we're going to get cracking with all of this. And we'll see you when we're either done or we've made some good progress. It's going to be a long job. See you soon. coming to inspect. Wow, look at this. What a machine. Nordic has just done an unload and we are swooping in for probably our second to last unload. Now this has been a very big job. We have gone down to real-time speed, and that's because the work has really taken its toll this afternoon, taken us right till near 5 o'clock on real-time speed. But yep, Nordic and I have been doing our runs back and forth to unload the grass into the Goweil static baler. Now, a couple of interesting features to talk about in this. When you park up your forage wagon next to it, it will automatically unload as it gets to a certain amount of space. And the baler is reasonably fast at processing, which is quite good. And we have been filling up this shed to the maximum, so full that the animation has stopped, but it is still counting up. So we have 228 bales out of a total of 250. And each bale is 5,500 litres, so we have a very large quantity of silage that is fermenting. Now, one feature that Nordic did tell me about is if you open the F1 or top left menu, you can actually see the animation of the baler creating the bale, and also you can see the hopper or the bin down this end and how much capacity is in it. So that is a really nice feature, and yeah, as you can see at the moment, you can see the bale being created, and also you can see one that's being wrapped. So when it gets to 5,500 litres, it will deposit and unload, and then you'll see a bale that appears in white at the end, and that means it's wrapping, and the hopper capacity has gone right down to 10,000 litres. So I think that means the forage wagon, yep, will unload automatically without me doing anything. So this is really a very cool setup, and not only is it a high quality and different DLC pack, but it really does come with some new and interesting features that I hope end up working their way into more of the mods on FS22. Fantastic. So I am going to hop back in the lorry. We'll get all of this grass unloaded from the forage wagon. We'll pop back up to the top of the hill just to clear up what remains, and then we'll be back down here to see how many bales we've got in total, and we'll have to do the maths to see how many litres of grass and therefore silage we're going to end up with. And we've routinely been passing Nordic, sounding the old horn. Good times. Yeah, Nordic and I have done many a trip back and forth. It's been a very long job, probably our longest job on Calmlands to date. Right, so I think we've probably got just under a forage wagon's load left to go, so let's get that all loaded up. Hey, finally we have finished collecting up all of the grass. That was an absolutely monstrous job, but it's done now, so we can get this last bit unloaded. Now, of course, this is going to be a very large field, and we will have to plough this next time to create a field, and then, yeah, we're going to have to lime it and put a crop in it. And I was thinking about some names, and because this field is going to be sort of in the southerly section of the map, and it's on a bit of a hill, I think we might call it South Bank Field, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Right, let's nip round here and get this last remnants of grass unloaded and see how many bales we have got in total. So there we go, we have finished processing the last bales, and we have so many that we've actually filled up the storage shed. If I can just hop over here, yeah, we can see 250 out of 250, and we have 5 extra. So that means we have 255 bales, and with 5,500 litres in each, that means we have 1,402,500 litres of grass that is now fermenting into silage. Wowzers. Crazy numbers. But the Goweil has been a very interesting and fascinating machine to use. So yeah, the Vario Master. I've never used a static baler before, so yeah, been a very interesting one. But that is it for today. Nordic and I have had a very long and busy session. Next time we'll be moving on to ploughing South Bank Field, if you agree with me, that's what we should call it. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed watching. If you have, remember to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out Nordic's channel for his perspective of today's session. And until next time on Calm Lands, we will see you then. Cheers all. Bye bye.